It took me more than 10 years to understand what I'm about to explain to you in the next few minutes. 10 years of trying harder. 10 years of setting goals, breaking them, restarting, doubting myself, blaming circumstances, waiting for motivation, searching for the right strategy. I thought success was about finding the perfect method, the perfect routine, the perfect mindset. It wasn't. The lesson was simpler than I wanted it to be, which is probably why it took so long to see it. Nothing changes until your standards change. For years, I focused on outcomes. I wanted better results, more progress, more discipline, more success. But I kept tolerating behaviors that contradicted those desires. I tolerated procrastination because I'll do it later. I tolerated distraction because I work better under pressure. I tolerated inconsistency because, at least I'm trying, and life responded accordingly. What I didn't understand was that the brain doesn't care about your goals. It responds to what you repeatedly allow. Every tolerated shortcut becomes a pattern. Every accepted excuse becomes a rule. Over time, those rules shape your identity. I thought I lacked motivation. I thought I needed confidence. I thought I needed clarity. What I actually needed was to stop negotiating with myself. That's the realization. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your standards. If your standard allows skipping workouts, you'll skip them. If your standard allows late starts, distractions, unfinished work, that becomes your normal. Not because you're incapable, but because your brain adapts to the floor you set. For years, I kept trying to raise my ceiling while keeping the same floor. It doesn't work. The shift happened when I stopped asking, "How do I feel today?" and started asking, "What does my standard require?" That question removes emotion from the equation. Feelings fluctuate. Standards don't. This doesn't mean becoming extreme. It means becoming clear. Clear about what is acceptable and what isn't. Clear about what you tolerate from yourself. Clear about what you do even when no one is watching. Another thing it took me years to understand is that progress is boring. Real growth is repetitive. It's not dramatic. It's not cinematic. It's showing up when it's inconvenient. It's doing the same small actions long after the excitement fades. I used to quit when things stopped feeling exciting. I thought the loss of excitement meant I was on the wrong path. It didn't. It meant I had reached the phase where discipline was required. Motivation starts the journey. Discipline finishes it. And discipline isn't about intensity, it's about non-negotiables. Tiny rules you refuse to break. Not because you're inspired, but because that's who you've decided to be. It also took me a long time to realize that fear never disappears before action. I kept waiting to feel confident before making big moves. Confidence never came. The action had to come first. Confidence is built from evidence. Evidence comes from doing hard things repeatedly. You don't eliminate doubt, you move with it. Another hard truth: no one is coming to push you. No perfect timing is arriving. There's no future version of you that magically becomes disciplined. The version of you tomorrow is built by what you tolerate today. That realization changes everything. When you stop blaming circumstances and start auditing standards, control returns to you. Suddenly, improvement becomes practical. You don't need a new personality. You need stronger rules. And here is the final piece that took me a decade to truly accept. Small actions compound faster than dramatic bursts. Consistency beats intensity every single time. A moderate effort repeated daily will outperform a massive effort repeated occasionally. The brain adapts to repetition, not ambition. If you raise your standards slightly and protect them daily, your identity shifts. When identity shifts, behavior follows automatically. When behavior stabilizes, results catch up. It's slower than hype promises, but it's permanent. 10 years taught me that success isn't about doing more. It's about tolerating less. Less distraction, less negotiation, less emotional decision-making. Raise the floor. Protect your standards. Act regardless of mood. Everything else builds on top of that. And the best part? You don't need 10 years to learn it. You just did.